So we were just talking about how much we like this race. We like it so much, in fact, that we like it in the exact same way. We have the exact same horses in the exact same order. So this is going to be easy for Brian and I as we get ready for the Grade 3 pucker up. But this is a good race. There's a lot of history in this race.
Yeah, and I think yesterday Joe Christofek shared that graphic with you about the last 10 pucker up winners. For Grade 3, this race has produced some really serious racehorses. Ticker Tape, Marketing Mix, Hot Cha-Cha, Vicari. This has been a stepping stone for some really serious Grade 1 gals in the past. And this year, maybe no different, with plenty of quality to go around.
Yeah, so this is a group of horses that you're gonna want to watch here, but then after this race, you're going to want to watch them throughout the rest of their racing careers. Now, we're going to start here with Freedom Reigns. Freedom Reigns is up there at 7-2. Freedom Reigns has been running very, very well this meet. She won 3 races in a row, going right through conditions. She just missed in the Hatouf as the favorite. One of the Hatoufs. We had 2 Hatoufs, you may remember, on Arlington Million Day, but she just missed by a nose. She's just really, really been running well. Hopefully, she'll get a good pace to a close into. And hey, James Graham's having a good day.
Yeah, and the pace here looks honest enough, if nothing else. And really, when Freedom Reigns uncoils that big rally, it's really something to see. She did come up a nose short on Million Day in what I thought was the stronger of the 2 divisions of the Hatouf. But if she can get a clear trip and she can get a little bit of pace to chase, look out for her. She's really something to see, really sensational finish last time out. But she just fell short to another horse in here that I know we both like.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting, especially when you look at the way these horses are getting bet. Obviously, Brian and I really liked the Hatouf. So Freedom Reigns was second in that race. The horse who won was the 10, Leading Astray. Leading Astray, she's running for Chris Block. Yes, she's an Illinois bred, but we've seen him win many graded stakes races with Illinois bred runners. You know, Leading Astray has never been worse than second in her career. 5 races, 4 wins. She won the Hatouf. She just beat Freedom Reigns, and she's up there at 13-1.
And I think that right now we'll see how that wagering odds board sort of evens itself out as we head towards post time. But 13-1 would be a huge overlay on this horse. Done really nothing wrong. The only time she lost was to a horse named Goldway, who we saw run earlier today in Stakes Company. And really, you just can't argue with a horse who does what you ask of her. I like that she handled the jump into Open Company last time too, because you never really know how these Illinois breds coming out of those allowance races are going to stack up when they face Open Company. But she really answered that question. And I think the thing I like about her is she has a little bit of tactical pace. So we talked about Freedom Reigns with that big leg kick. Leading Astray is going to get the jump on her and on several other in here.
Yeah, she can be placed. It makes her very useful. She can be placed wherever it is that she needs to be. Now, the 9 is currently favored. We're looking at the 2, Anja Green. She's running for trainer Graham Motion. Yeah, Mike Smith is in town. He's in town to ride this horse here. All of her races have been in Italy. She's an Italian bred. She's going to be trying Arlington for the first time.
Yeah, and if you look back through her past performances, I guess if you want to try to poke some holes in the favorite here, you can say that, yeah, she's been running against, you know, fields going longer. But you look back at her very first 2 career races at 1 1/16. She's 2 for 2 at that distance, so this 9 furlong distance seems to be within her wheelhouse. You never really know how those Italian group races are going to stack up, but she's another who, very much like Leading Astray, has done everything they've asked of her. 5 starts, never worse than second, and on paper, you've really got to respect her class, and she looks like the one to beat.
Now, another horse that's getting bet is the 6. 9-2 is what we're getting right now on the 6-horse Rare Event. So she's taken money. She's been running at Ellis. She's won her last 2 races by many lengths. Looks like over 10 lengths. She's won her last 2 races, and she's up there at 9-2 off of her 15-1 morning line.
A very intriguing horse. She might be the one, regardless of what happens, that I'm really just the most interested to see. She beat the boys in that allowance race last time when she was facing winners, and that was at this 1 1/8 trip. So you know that she can get the distance. She owns pace, but she doesn't seem like a runoff kind of speed horse. So I think that hopefully she'll be able to ration her speed a little bit, and I was hoping that she would be the kind of price that would make her worth throwing in underneath. But at 9-2, definitely taking some action, and you got to pay attention to that.
Now, how about the 2-horse? Let's talk about the 2. The 2 is up there at 11-1 off of a 6-1 morning line. That's Treasured Up. Treasured Up's last couple of races have been Grade 3s. We see a lot of these horses that they're stepping up to this level. They're trying this kind of competition for the first time. Treasured Up has been running in Grade 3 races.
Yeah, and she's won on the turf in the past, and she may not be quite at her very best on the poly track, so maybe give her a pass for that Arlington Oaks when Latia wired that group. You look back at that Regret 2 races back at Churchill Downs, she was a finishing third, and the winner of that race was Center Court, second place Colonial Flag, both of those two very good fillies, so I think she's got a class edge on some of these, and you could really expect her to bounce back off of that slightly dull performance last time out.
Now let's go to the outside of the starting gate. We've got the 12 Miss Cato up there at 9-1, which to me seems like a pretty big price. Miss Cato was 9-2 on the morning line. She's running for trainer Roger Atfield. You get leading rider Cisco Torres aboard. She ran in the Grade 1 American Oaks 2 starts back last time out. She just missed by a neck in an allowance race at Del Mar. That seems like a huge price on her.
It really is. She and Leading Astray both seem to be much bigger prices than they should be based on their form on paper. Miss Cato, another one who's done very little wrong. She's only missed the board once, and that was in that Grade 1 American Oaks that you mentioned. She's got some class. She always runs a race. And she's another who came from further off the pace last time out, so if they want to sit off the splits again, hopefully this honest pace will set up her late kick at a big 9-1.
Let's look at the 11. She's 31-1. Now, we talked about the Hatouf and how there were 2 Hatoufs. It was divided into 2 races. We had Leading Astray and Freedom Reigns in one division. Well, the other division was won by the 11, Julia Starr, and she's up there at 31-1.
And of those 2 splits of the Hatouf, I thought Julia Starr won the weaker of those 2 divisions, and I was also pretty much against the Virginia Oaks that number 8 Volcat also exits, but that opinion of mine has not been borne out. The 2, 3, 4 finishers, including Julia Starr in that race, all came back to win their next races, so maybe that Virginia Oaks that produced Julia Starr and Volcat is a little stronger than I thought it was.
Volcat's up there at 14-1. What do you see her doing?
What's that?
Volcat, she's up there at 14-1.
You know, like I said, the Virginia Oaks not my favorite race, but 14-1 is a pretty big price on a horse coming out of a Grade 3 win. Whether you think it was fast, slow, strong, or weak, that's still a big price in a field like this.
All right, we got the 9 up there as the 5-2 choice. Not only is this our big race of the day, this is the Grade 3 pucker up. This is also the start of the late pick 4, the twinspires.com late pick 4. That starts here with the pucker up in 11 minutes.
Here's the field for the Pucker Up Stakes. Number 1 is Anne of the Dance. The English Channel filly is owned by Chasing Tails Stables of Byron Miller. Those navy colors trained by Wayne Catalano. With Miguel Mena, Anne of the Dance, the 1. Here's the 2, Treasured Up in the orange colors, blue bars on sleeves for B. Wayne Hughes's Spendthrift Farm at Alcine. She's trained by Al Stoll Jr. and ridden in the Pucker Up by Tim Thornton. 3, Zapper Bell. The purple colors for breeders and owners, Robert and Lowanolo, trained by Danny Pites. Rosemary Homeister Jr. rides. Here's the 4, Soonerette, in the black colors of Oklahoma breeder and owner Robert H. Zollner, trained by Donnie K. von Hemel, with Tanner Riggs. The 5 is Dame Marie. Turquoise colors of owner, the Lally stable of Timothy C. Lally, trained by Eddie Keneally, the jockey Florent Giroux. Here's 6, Rare Event, green, white diamonds, white stripes on sleeves for G. Watts Humphrey Jr. and Ian Banwell's St. George Farm Racing at Alcine. John Court for the Vicky Oliver stable. 7, Freedom Reigns, maroon white cross sash for John Wayne, Darrell and Lendy Brown and Ben McElroy owners. From the Doug Matthews stable, and partnered again with James Graham. Freedom Reigns drew 7. Here's the 8, Volcat. Red colors, black Maltese cross for Race Struders, Landaluce and Educe stables. Trained by Ken McPeak, Robbie Alvarado rides. Here's the 9, Ange Green. Maroon gold epaulets for Team Valor International. Those Robert V. Lepentas colors. Trained by Graham Motion with Mike Smith. Ange Green, the 9. The 10 is Leading Astray, gold green blocks. Gold cap for Team Block of David Patricia Ryan Block. Chris Block trains, ridden again by Eddie Perez. 11, Julia Starr, white blue belt. Blue chevrons for breeder and owner Roger McDaniel, trained by Joan Scott with Sebastian Madrid. And the 12 is Miss Cato, green yellow hoops, white sleeves for Lincoln Collins's 3 Chimneys racing at Alcine. She's trained by Roger Atfield and going down to the start for Cisco Torres. All 12 run. 1 mile and 1/8. 5-2 on Angers Green. One more, Cisco Toros with Miss Cato. They're in the gate. And they're off in the pucker-up stakes. Soonerette and Zapper Bell going out toward the front, rare event. Here's the Virginia Oaks winner, Volcat, right there too, as they make their way through this opening furlong. It's Soonerette, Volcat, and rare event. Miss Cato, fourth on the outside. Zapper Bell, fifth. Julia Star is sixth. Leading Astray is seventh, and is six off these joint leaders at the turn. Angers Green has been worked over toward the rail by Mike Smith, racing in front of Freedom Reigns, then Dame Marie. Treasured Up is running second to last, and Anne of the Dance trails as they go to the back of the course. The first couple of furlongs in 23 2/5 seconds. Soonerette is blazing the trail. Soonerette by a length to Volcat, who's close up. Rare Event with the rail in third. Miss Cato is fourth and close. Zapper Bell running fifth. Julia Star in sixth. Leading Astray is seventh and is eight from the front as Soonerette leads at the 4 1/2. And at the inside is Dame Marie, followed on the outside by Angers Green. Treasured Up is now making headway with the rail. Freedom Reigns second to last, and Anne of the Dance is in 12th. The half mile in 48 1/5 seconds as they go to the far side of the Arlington course. Soonerette leads at those long odds. Soonerette by a length to Volcat, 3 furlongs to go. Miss Cato within striking distance as they go through the turn. Rare Event's been saving ground. Leading Astray is next with Julia Star, and at the inside Zapper Bell. Followed out wide by Angers Green, being asked to pick up. Dame Marie moves up between horses. Freedom Reigns is also gaining ground, splitting rivals, then Treasured Up and Anne of the Dance last as they straightened away. 3/4 went in 1:12 3. They're in the final furlong and a half. Volcat has taken the lead from Soonerette, a furlong to go. Miss Cato leading Astray, both staying on. Final 16th, it's Volcat who clings on, leading Astray. Miss Cato splits horses. Miss Cato, Volcat leading Astray, getting up, leading Astray to win it from Miss Cato. Volcat third, close for fourth between Treasured Up and then Freedom Reigns. The judges have called for a photo and a running time of 1 minute 49 1/5 seconds. Photo finish in the pucker-up. It's a photo finish. We'll go down to the winner.